Welcome to the channel. So today we'll be doing a breakdown on the previous trade we took and also a forecast for the coming week. So we analyzed so many pairs last time. We talked about GBPUSD and we also talked about AUDUSD. But during the week there was no much momentum on these two pairs. We didn't see any bullish momentum until around Thursday, Friday, and why I was not looking for a buy any longer was this low was taken out in the market. You can see here we have a low. Let me push this zone down. So you can see we have a low. This low was taken out, and we all know how market structure is. So market structure, when price moves like this and immediately the low is taken out, that means it has started changing a trend from its bullish trend to maybe start seeing things like this to a bearish trend. So we want to take trades while it still respects the market structure, because market structure is key in the market. We need the price to respect the rules of market structure. That is, for example, for a bullish trade, it should not break below this low here. So but now we can see it has tampered with it, and the chance of it going up or going down is 50-50, and we all know we don't want to play the game of 50-50. So we need around 70% accuracy before we start taking any trade. But overall it still look bullish, but for me I'm not going to buy the GBPUSD. On 4 hours we drew I think there's something like this here on 4 hours. So currently I actually took a intraday trade here. We are currently in an intraday trade here. Why do we take the trade? You can see this is a low, this is a high, a lower low, and here might be a lower high that might just tap here before it either go up or go down. So this was just an intraday trade though we took in the group. So to get access to the group, just check on the comment section. You will see more information about the trading group. So it's free. You can just join so that you take part in taking trades and also in understanding more about the financial market. So the other setup which we were looking for last week was AUDUSD. You can see our trend line, everything was plotted. So price did not break our counter trend line and also no momentum. So we had to leave the AUDUSD. Where we put our entry and we were waiting for price to break above it. Price did not break above it. We can see price broke this trend line and we might see something like this. See something like this. You know how the market moves. So this is a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, and we might just have something like a lower high and the market tank down. So it's 50-50. The market can go down or the market can go up. So for me, I'm no longer looking for a buy, and we were unable to execute a buy because of the low bullish momentum on the AUDUSD. So the next pair we'll be checking on is EURUSD. Okay, this is a monthly. So we can see that EURUSD has been on a range for close to 2 years and is rejecting from the high of the range. So just as the rule, the simple rule of support and resistance, if price gets to a resistance or a supply, price usually reject, and we can see it playing out here, played out here, and it played out here. So we might reject here and go down from the monthly perspective, or we might break it. So but for on EURUSD, let's go down to the weekly and see how the market is presenting itself. On the weekly time frame, we can see how the market is. We had a rejection from this zone, this monthly zone here, and we can see this is also a reversal pattern though. But despite that too, you can see the momentum is more on the downside than in the bullish side. You can see the market has been rejecting from this zone for close to 2 years, and the market has not been able to break above it. So we might see a rejection from this place and maybe a collapse, but I will be looking for something like this. Price will come back and something like this. So let me go to the daily time frame so we can see how the market looks. We have something like this. So we might witness a pullback to this around somewhere like this. So you can see, yeah, there are multiple touches here. You can see here, previously we rejected here, before we pushed up, rejected here, rejected here. Also, when the market pushed up again, we rejected, and when the market pushed again, we rejected. It's more likely that if this market wants to go down, it might reject from this point and collapse. So it's based on probability though, it's 50-50. Towards this week, I'll be focusing on intraday trades because the swing setup are not coming out that much. I'm not seeing any favorable pair that much. Maybe only AUDUSD, but AUDUSD is seeing rejecting from this range, which is not also promising. So let's move to DXY. That's the dollar index. Dollar index is still in a range, but it's rejecting from below the range, meaning a sign of bullishness on the dollar. And we know that next month will be the US election, so we might expect more massive movements, more volatile movements in the market. Just as last week, we said a double bottom has been formed here, which is a W pattern, pushing the market upward. So let's reduce the zone size. You can see there is a potential zone here, somewhere here. So this zone, you can see so many times price have rejected from it. Price rejected from it before we see a break. And also if you go back here, you can see rejection and also another rejection and these 2 points. So this shows that this is a very strong point from the market. If the market rejects from here, start giving us massive bullish bearish candles, then AUDUSD and all those other pairs will set up for a buy. But I will not be taking those trades this week. I'm not sure I will be placing trades on those pairs concerning on swing, because I don't like taking low probability setup. So in the long run, it starts affecting your win rate. So I'll be waiting for just intraday trades. So to get access to the intraday trades I will be placing, just join the group. It's free. You will join the family and you will get free access to the intraday trades. So you can see here we are having a rejection though, but I would like to see high massive bearish candles coming towards this week before we start deciding to look for a buy on AUDUSD, and if you're looking for a buy on GBPUSD. So just be cautious when you're trading this week and wait for direction from the DXY. If the DXY continue buying, that means we'll be expecting a crash from GBPUSD and also from AUDUSD and also EURUSD. So that's that for those pairs. You can see if this market rejects from this point, if this market rejects from here, we might see a pullback here and probably might see a push up. So this is the first scenario. The second scenario is that the market can surprise us and gain more strength and push above here and just create more massive highs. So in both ways, we'll be expecting, if we see a bearish push That means AUDUSD and GBPUSD will go for long. You see a bullish move, that means AUDUSD, EURUSD and GBPUSD will sell. So guys, the trade we took this week in the group was S&P 500. You can see the precision in it, though, but it was a very small trade actually. If you go from 1 hour, you can see this zone here. This was a supply zone. This was a supply zone, and the market rejected from it and formed a double bottom or a W pattern. So if you want to learn more concerning double bottom and chart patterns, I made a video on it previously. You can go check it. So you can see here, so immediate price broke above the neckline. We took the buy, stop loss was around here, and take profit was here. It was a very small trade though. It was just on S&P 500. I think it was on Thursday we took this trade, and on Friday we took a sell on GBPUSD. It was rejecting from this point, so we just took a sharp sell on it. Those were the trades we took this week. So to get access to it, just join our Telegram group and you will get access to the trades. They are all free. Another pair which we projected was GDP card, and GDP card, I closed GDP card on a profit here, right here around somewhere here. I closed on a profit. If you check on the Telegram group, I sent a screenshot before closing the trade because I was not enjoying the momentum any longer. Price was showing sign of it coming down for a retracement, and instead of just holding that retracement all down before we expect another move, I just closed it and was waiting for another setup, which was the S&P 500. I used that margin and equity to trade the S&P 500, and it was profitable doing it that way. Instead of getting stuck here and waiting for the market to break this high, I just took the profit here. It was okay and move on. Another pair to watch out for this week, this coming week, is Euro AUD. The only issue I'm having with this pair is that the risk to reward will be very, very small. So, but if you're looking towards trading it, it's looking bearish, very bearish. It's looking bearish. You can see currently the market is rejecting from this zone. Market is rejecting here, and just market has formed a nice pattern here, which is the double top, and we're expecting a crash here. So this is a nice pair if you're able to trade it, but I'm looking at the risk to reward. If I'm taking swing trades, I like the risk to reward to be more convincing before I take the trade. Unlike taking an intraday trade, I'm okay with going for a very small risk to reward on intraday trade because it will close within no time. When it's swing trade, since you will hold the pair for a very long time, so we will need more risk to reward. So we might be having something like this. If we see a rejection from here, possibly something like this, something like this, or maybe lower, looking for a rejection here. But the risk to reward, that's the issue of taking this trade, and that's why I will just leave this Euro AUD. But this is another pair to watch out for. If you're trading, if you're doing intraday trades, it has a chance of going down. It has a chance of going down. You can see there's space downward. And on weekly time frame, if you go straight to the weekly time frame again, we can see that there is a Fibonacci play here. This high to the low. Yeah, there is a Fibonacci around 50%. Market is on 50%. Market is on 50%. It's rejecting from 50%, and we might see a crash downward. So those are the market I'm looking at for. So let's check commodities and see how they are performing. So gold Gold has been moving up massively. We have been seeing a massive bullish movement in the market. You can see. So what I will be expecting for on gold, since it has a very strong direction, it's just very simple here. We'll be looking out for a pullback to this zone or at this demand level here. At this demand, if market pushes down here or here and gives us an entry criteria, I'll be comfortable taking gold upwards. So that's for gold. This is what I'm looking at for gold. Just a very simple trade. Since the market direction is already up, I'll just be looking out for a pullback on and enter a buy trade on it. Let's draw a trend line. Yep. So we can see a trend line here. First touch, second touch, third touch, and if the market comes around somewhere here, this might be the next one before we see a massive movement. So if this move, if price comes back here and gives me an entry criteria, I will take it for going up. But if it doesn't, then that means we'll be expecting an entry criteria at this point, and if it shows an entry criteria, I will still go bullish on gold. So for this week, looking at this week, I think gold is the only pair on swing trading I will be looking out for, because it meets all the criteria I need. I just need a pullback and I'm okay with gold. So let's go to silver and see how silver has been performing. So looking at silver, it has high bullish momentum, so I'm comfortable seeing a pullback on silver to this zone here. You can see this is a zone. Maybe I see a pullback here and I see my entry criteria, I'm okay with it. Or the next place is at this demand zone here. You might see something like this. So let me draw this demand zone. This demand zone here. So if I see a pullback on this demand zone, I'll be looking out for buy. So I'm okay with buying at this point here or at this point. So it depends on the entry criteria. Immediately I see my entry criteria, I will notify everyone in the Telegram group. So if you're not part of the Telegram group, again, please just check the comment section and you will see a link to the Telegram group, so you can be in the same view with us when we are taking the trades. So those are my two setup for the week. Will be on gold and silver, then Euro AUD also. It depends on how the risk to reward plays out. If Euro AUD gives a good risk to reward, then I might be taking it. But most of my trades this week will be on intraday trades, like day trading, because it's swing trading. This market is not giving me any the perfect swing trading setup I need. So I need good swing trading setup before I place a trade. So I will reduce my risks and just be taking intraday trade until I see a standard swing trading setup before I place trade on it. So thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. Please like, subscribe, and also share, and also comment any pair you want me to cover. And also don't forget to join the group. I'll see you next week.